All right. So the last piece that you need to do on your project is the human impact time lapse. On Google Earth, they have time lapse projects where it's satellite imagery. They have satellite imagery collected from 1985-ish till 2020, 2021-ish. And you can see the progression of how the landscape has changed in that area over the last 30 some years. Okay? So you're going to find one that fits within your biome, and it's a human impact within your biome. And you're just going to add the link to that Google time lapse into a new pin in your map. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So you go into Classroom. If you click your Biomes Around the World map, you'll see the instructions for that and a Google Earth link. I'm not going to click that because I already have it open, but you would click it. I might have it open. There we go. All right, so when you click it, you're going to end up on a view that looks more like this, okay? Do not click any of these because these are individual stories for a very specific location. For a whole list of locations, you're going to go to Featured Locations, and you're going to have a list of human impact scenarios, minus the natural disasters and mesmerizing changes, okay? So you're going to choose one that you know occurs in your biome. Who has desert? Okay, what about rainforest? All right, so we know deforestation happens in the rainforest, right? So we can click on deforestation, and then you have all of these. Sorry, I think it's going slower because I'm recording. So maps in general take a lot of computing power, so you just have to give them time to process. The smallest computer that I can work on for mapping software is an Alienware laptop, and they still suck. And they're for gaming.
Can I have the Alienware laptop if you don't ever use it?
I don't have one. I used to.
Well,
for work.
If you ever get one, just hit me up. Take it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll get right on that. All right, so you see my list of locations with these orange little pins. And if I zoom out in the world, I can see all the pins around the world. So I'm just going to scroll around, which would go faster for you because you guys aren't recording your screen. And I'm going to choose a pin that fits in a location that's in my biome. So, oh gosh, I can't remember where my biome is around the world. How do I know where to look? So I'm just going to go back to my map. Wow, everything's going super slow. This would have taken 5 minutes. Here we go. I'm just going to go back to this map real quick, and I'm going to see where it's highlighted, and I'm just going to take a mental picture of where that is around the world, and then I'll zoom to a location from those regions on Google Earth. So my map was the rainforest, right? So I know the rainforest is here in Brazil. You know what? This one looks kind of off. Ooh, that's actually titled Amazon Rainforest. I'm going to zoom to that one. Right here is the name of it. I'm just going to click on that.
Is it Amazon Forest?
So once you click on it, it's going to process, and then it's going to start scrolling through time, if you give it a minute. I'm not going to give it a minute. I'm going to force it. All right, so now you can start seeing it scroll through time. It started in 1984, and so far not much has changed, right? But when we start hitting the 2000s, you're going to start seeing right in here.
Whoa, it changes. What is that?
This one's actually not that great. Hold on. This one's not as drastic as some of these other ones. Let me go to a different one. So you might come across one where you're like, this will be a really good one. And then you look at it and you're like, oh, it's not showing a whole lot of change. I don't know that I like that one. So maybe I go to this one here. Oh, this one's going to be a good one. I can tell already. So watch it here. It's about to start playing as soon as it processes. Watch this landscape. You can see, I know it's blurry right now, but you can see where it's already been deforested, and you'll watch it grow over time. So there's already been a lot of tree removal in this region. Oh my God, it's like practically no forest anymore. So if that's the one I want to use, I'm going to go back to the one that I chose right here, and I'm going to select the name and copy it. Then I'm going to go back to my map, and in the search bar, I'm going to paste the name so that it creates the pin for me. Okay? I'm obviously going to scroll down to the rainforest, and just so you know, rainforest, I will be deleting it. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to hit add to map, remove my little Google thing, edit, and I'm going to put my initials in the front, and then back here, I'm going to put time-lapse. I can't type upside down. Okay, so initials, the name of the place, time-lapse. All right, then here, for the details, you're going to go back here, and you see the little share button. You're going to click that, and then you're going to click the little copy, and you're going to paste it in here. And save. Done. That's all I want you to do for the Google time-lapse. Okay? I, of course, am going to delete that because you have to do your own work. Sorry, Colby. So add the time-lapse. Finish the rest of your 3 pins. Make sure you're referring back to the instructions for those 3 pins so that you know you're including everything. And
hey, give me my phone back.
When just you guys look like you guys are doing pretty good about this, but just as a quick reminder, all of your pins need to be the same color. So if there's 3 of you working in the same layer, they all still need to be the same color. Okay? All right, so you guys can work on your own. I'm just going to quickly go back through all of the slides for the project. For those that are still a little bit lost, I'm going to do a quick, oh, sorry. Sorry guys, hold on. I forgot to tell you. When you guys are completely done with your map, you've got your 3 pins and your Google time-lapse, you're going to make sure that your view shows in the map all of your pins. So if I'm rainforest, I want to make sure I can see all 20 bazillion of my pins. Okay? All the rainforest pins. Okay? And I want to be able to see my list of pins in the talk here, or the table of contents, or the layer view, however you want to call it. All right, so you should see all your pins in the map and all your pins in here. Take a screenshot of it and add it to slide 41, and then add the link to the My Maps at the bottom. The easiest way to get the link to the My Maps is to go back to Classroom, right-click this, and copy link address. Paste it right into that slide. So slide 41 is a screenshot of your map with your pins in both locations and a link to the map. And then make sure you cite all your sources. The only ones you don't have to cite are images and your Google time-lapse. Everything else needs to be sourced and in APA format. All right, so quickly I'm going to go back through from the beginning what each slide should look like. Definitions, which can be found Can you guys tell me where definitions are found quickly?
Wait, we're on your thing.
On my example project or in the presentations? Thank you. So definitions are in the presentations. The biggest reason I want you to copy and paste from the presentation is because if you get them from Google, you have to source those sites. And also, you might end up with the wrong definition. So unless you want extra work, just copy it from the presentation. Drag and drop definitions from here over here. The name of your biome, don't forget the name of your biome. Put the name of your biome here and a quick description that you don't even have to look this up, but this can be a quick description of your biome based on what you know of it, or if you find it in one of these sources here, Blue Planet or Aquatic Biomes. As well as some images that give me a good visual. Slide 6, I need a map that highlights the locations around the world, and the location description should just tell me what that map looks like. I don't need it to say on the equator or in several countries. Tell me where in the countries and which countries they are. Slide 7, give me the definition of climate. This one you have to Google. Description of the climate, including precipitation and temperature, and a climate graph for a location in your biome. Definition of abiotic factors. Again, definition is in the presentations. And in your abiotic factors, make sure you're listing the abiotic factors that you can describe. What's the soil like? How much sunlight does it get? What's the water like? Any other factors that you might find? Rocks. Is it rocky? Biotic factors, definition up here. You do not have to write anything here. I just did because I knew about it, but I am not looking for any information here. I really just want the definition, 3 examples with their names. Same here, 3 examples with the name. Definitions, presentations. Drag and drop smiley, okay? Mutualism, they're both happy. I'm just telling you that right now. Okay, your mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism, I need at least 2 examples. If you guys aren't doing this already, 2 examples for each of those. At least 2 examples. It's just an image of it, plus a quick description of what's happening in that image. Why is it a mutualistic relationship? How are they both benefiting? How is one benefiting and the other one not getting harmed? And then how is one getting hurt here? All right, 16, 17, and 18, again, definitions, but your examples need to have an image, and they must be organisms from your biome. Do not give me a whale if you're in the desert. 9 is just information. 20, drag and drop. Food chain, which one sits at the bottom, which one's at the top. Your food chain here, images, 2 food chains. Plant on the bottom, top consumer on the top. No duplicate organisms. Copy your food chain images to your food web. Make as many arrows as you can. Don't stress about getting all of them. Make as many as you can. All right, population dynamics. Give me the definition of inter and intra and just an image of an example from your biome. Please give me the name of the organisms as well. I put grizzly versus wolf and cougar versus cougar. That's really all you need in the definitions. Density dependent limiting factors. Definition goes here. 3 examples of images plus the description. I need you to tell me what the limiting factor is and a quick description of how this is disease. 3 examples for that one and 3 examples for this one. Density independent definition. 3 examples with the name and a description. Drag and drop. Which graph is exponential and which graph is logistic? Give me the definition on carrying capacity here. That is in the presentation.